Moonee Valley Race 1, a 3-year-old colts and geldings, handicap 1,000 metres. Numbers are 2, 7, 1 and 3. I'm going with the 2-year-old Burke, who resumes, gelded here. Did blow the start in a recent jump out, but looked to go well. Wasn't far off top shelf 2-year-old's Microphone, and yes in that first prep. So I'm happy with the horse on top. Sir Menajuk, first starter here, well beaten by a speedster and Jettastar in the jump out, but beat the rest easily and looked to be under a hold. Looks to have good ability. Assateer, 2 for 2 on synthetic this prep. Liked the gap to third at Pakenham, then beat older horses at Ballarat. The runner-up, interestingly, was beaten only 2 lengths by a horse called Brave Song one day, so it's a pretty good reference. And Memphis Rock has a case off a maiden win. It's come up a bit thin in the market, but has a chance. 2, 7, 1 and 3. Moonee Valley Race 2, a 3-year-old fillies, handicap 1,000 metres. Numbers are 1, 3, 6 and 2. It's a good race. One Absolute Flirt resumes. She's a smart filly. She matched motors with some quality older Group 1 horses in a recent jump out. She easily beat Taraif, fresh last prep. That horse is here. Then was wide, yet too good for them in listed grade in Adelaide. Jettastar resumes, led fast, jump out win. Just kept running. Beat All Bar Catch Me, second go off that fast debut win. I'm forgetting the Lightning Stakes misfire. She has great speed and she will be in front for a long way. Taraif, another one who resumes, another one who jumped out well. Interestingly, ran near identical time as Absolute Flirt on the day. Good on pace at debut behind that galloper Absolute Flirt. They beat the third horse easily, and now this girl has a 3-kilo swing, and her win at start number 2 is impressive. Mystical Pursuit, an interesting one, bit of a sprue go to Tasmania, she's unbeaten. 1, 3, 6 and 2. Moonee Valley Race 3, fillies and mares, benchmark 84, 1,600 metres. Numbers 11, 9, 6 and 5. 11's Kiss and Cry, very good at Bendigo with 61. Forced back to the slower inside lanes. She plummets some 9 kilos here. And she meets Broken Treaty, who won that race 4 kilos better. Third Shark in the Water was coming off a good second to another handy one in Adelaide. And that horse then ran well last week at Flemington in a good race. So I'm hoping it's the right form. Broken Treaty won that Bendigo race. It was only start number 6. The mile looks okay. It's her first go at the trip. And certainly has a case. They both, interestingly, chased a horse called Spence in Toronto. Prior to that, that girl was only beaten 2 lengths by Benetwad at Caulfield last week. So the form's pretty deep. Paint the Town 2 keeps racing well. In Below the Limit has a case. And Lucky Wick led into the headwind last time when beaten by Paint the Town 2. So her effort was good. 11, 9, 6, 5. Moonee Valley Race 4. It's an handicap, 1,600 metres. Numbers are 8, 6, 2 and 7. 8 is New Universe. Look, Concede, it doesn't win often. Ran home in some outstanding sectionals before being unsuited when back in trip 2 runs ago. Heavily backed last time, but just found to have the thumps and another forgive run. Look, tough to totally trust, but if there's no leader bias, I think he can run well here at a nice sort of each-way price. Travy, my friends, flying on these wet tracks, beat All Bar Group Class Sahitsi last week. The race rated super, and they beat the third horse clearly. The mile's okay. Ventura Storm's come up a huge price here. Resumes, he's the class. He's jumping out well, given their short 800-metre heats. He held his ground. It was only 3.5 lengths off of Villiers. Wait for age, fresh last prep. If he runs to that, he can win. And he's overs. Kentucky Breeze back to his best last time, out to the mile. The other key hope. 8, 6, 2 and 7. Moonee Valley Race 5 is a benchmark 70, 1,500 metres. Numbers are 17, 7, 4 and 10. Nudge Bar ran on with the handy How Low Can You Go. The Quinella from that race both then ran well in Victoria. Then a nice ride and far too good last time. Onto dry grounds, no issue. He can go forward from the gate. Elvin had strong support last time, but trapped wide. He held on well. Ballet Master second, then won. I like the Buffalo River form. Dane Thunder was 8 weeks between runs into Pakenham last time. He was back in trip. He led, which probably didn't suit. I think 1,500 here, ridden with cover, can win. And Trigger Point wasn't probably suited in the lead himself 2 runs ago. A lot of hope. 17, 7, 4 and 10. Moonee Valley Race 6, benchmark 78, 2,500 metres. The numbers are 1, 6, 2 and 4. I'm going with the 1, the Statesman. Lovely return, then 2 wide, second up. Forgive. Sharply to 2,500 last time. He beat Albar, a promising one in Lord Belvedere. Interestingly, the last time he was in a benchmark 78, he won it. More than ever, has more upside than a few of these. Strong win in Adelaide. First go at a staying trip. It's a good sign. There was merit on the clock in his last 600 sectional, but I should add the early tempo was pretty moderate there. Social Element back in trip, but looks the leader here if leaders are suited. And there was a good effort in the Queensland Cup, splitting Azuro and Yogi Hill Group 2 horses. And Miramar has that future score form, and the other must. 1, 6, 2 and 4. Looking at the quaddie for Moonee Valley on Saturday, I can't find a real thin leg, so we're going to reasonably wide here. Numbers in the first leg are 1, 6, 2 and 4. The Statesman got to a staying trip last time and ran well behind a promising one. More than ever, same story. A good win up in trip last time. Social Elements back in trip, but with a likely lead, he'll give you a great side. And Miramar, 1, 6, 2, 4 that first leg. Into the second leg, good test for Twilight Run. I'm happy with the horse on top, but I want some insurance in the quaddie. Mascalino's a good Moonee Valley horse. He's been flying of late, as has Bedford, the 7. And El Galil's beaten Mascalino in the past and might be fitter, so he might be the overs. 10, 4, 7 and 3 in the second leg. Third leg, 13, 11, 9 and 7. 4 pretty promising horses here. Age of Chivalry resumes. He's a good talent, competitive with Group 1 horses. Usain Bowler can fly home on his day. He was good fresh. Tabasan returned gelded Hillside, he won well. And Rocks the Castles won 5 of 8 now. He's unbeaten here at 1200. 13, 11, 9, 7 there. Coming home, we're going 9, 4, 7, 6 and 5. And they're Queen Annabelle, a good value runner back in grade here. Exaltara can fly fresh. If the 1,000 metres isn't too sharp, she can win. Condor Heroes jumped out well. Non-Pay is a good Valley horse, drawn the pole. And More Wanted also has Moonee Valley form. So we're reasonably wide home. 9, 4, 7, 6 and 5. Good luck, punters. Moonee Valley race 7's a quality handicap, 2,040 metres. Numbers are 10, 4, 7 and 3. 10 is Twilight Run. He's a promising horse. Excellent return, powering home in the worst part of the track. Then loved the way he joined in at Flemington. Look, others were a bit stronger than him late, but I just fancy he floated out in the middle of the track there. And this is a good test for him against these seasoned handy horses. He is a new season 4-year-old. I think he can measure up, though. Mascalino has been just no match for the winner his last 2, but he's beaten third easily both times. Worth noting, his race rated much higher than the Twilight Run race on the day at Flemington. His Moonee Valley form is terrific. Bedford, big win, third up off hot speed, and came away well, then well backed in a benchmark 90 last time and won well again. He gets to 2,000, another one who won't be unsuited on drier ground. And El Galil has beaten Mascalino and will be fitter, so he's probably the overs, 10, 4, 7 and 3. Moonee Valley race 8's a benchmark 84, 1,200 metres. Numbers are 13, 11, 9 and 7. It's a terrific race. I'm a fan of Age of Chivalry. He's a good talent, I think. He was no match for assertive approach into jump out, but he went well. Of course, the winner then won that Lightning Stakes last week in Adelaide. His last fresh run was an easy maiden win, and then he was competitive with these Group 1 horses. Usain Bowler, he was beaten fresh, but he ran enormous. He flew home in a tick over 11 seconds. Only one horse was quicker than home than him all day. He came to the outside. The trifecta all stayed closer to the inside. 1,200 suits better. If they can swoop, he can win. Tabasan returned gelded Hillside. He was pressured, yet too good for them, and beat quality older horses. His 1,200 metre form includes placings to Brutal, who's a Group 1 winner, and Encryption, who's Group 1 placed. And Rocks the Castle resumes, won 5 from 8 now, and unbeaten here at 1,200. So they're all good hopes. 13, 11, 9 and 7. Moonee Valley race 9, a benchmark 78, 1,000 metres. Numbers are 9, 4, 7 and 6. Typically tough, benchmark 78. Queen Annabelle might be the value. Wasn't far away at Flemington last time behind a couple of borderline stakes class horses. The race rated highly. Now she's back to a 78 and can run well here. Exaltar resumes. She won very well fresh last prep. It was a good form race. She's jumped out well and she won very well here in December. But that was 1,200 metres. I'm scared the 1,000 metres is a bit sharp, but she will be charging late. 7's Condor Heroes, who didn't fire last prep, but the recent jump out looked terrific. And Non-Paia, good Valley horse. Gate 1, level of pressure will be the key. But back onto drier ground last time, synthetic track it was, won well. 9, 4, 7, 6.